Bekkers, Vancouver Island Report.
Good evening. A Nanaimo mother relived the deaths of her two young sons today through eyewitness testimony in court. Clare Bekkers' trial on charges of dangerous and impaired driving resumed this morning after a 2-month break. Bekkers' two sons, Lukas and Cooper, were killed in December 2008, just days before Christmas, when she lost control of her SUV just south of Nanaimo. Her two daughters were injured in the crash, but they survived. The Crown says she was impaired by both alcohol and drugs. The defense says it was a tragic accident caused by black ice and dangerous road conditions. CTV's Scott Cunningham was in court this morning.
With her father at her side, Clare Bekkers approaches Nanaimo's courthouse. She is about to relive what must be the worst day of her life. Just before Christmas in 2008, Bekkers lost control of her SUV near Cassidy, causing a chain reaction crash that injured her two daughters and killed her two sons. Bekkers was charged with dangerous and impaired driving. Her trial began in September but was adjourned after 1 week. Today, the prosecution picked up where it left off, and according to Bekkers' lawyer, it was one of the most difficult days for her yet.
You heard testimony today about the death of her two kids. That's pretty ugly to any human being, much less a parent. You know, she had to relive hell today in that courtroom.
The witnesses also had a hard time reliving the deadly crash. As they told their stories on the stand, the 3-year-old memories became fresh again.
Is it tough to be in there and recall that day?
Yes, it is. I was shaking still.
No, I don't want to think about it anymore.
Ken Wilson was headed south on the highway near Cassidy that night, heading home after Christmas shopping, when Clare Bekkers' SUV slammed into his driver's side door.
It breaks my heart every day I drive by there, but I got to remember that at least I got to walk away.
Emotions aside, today witnesses described road conditions as clear and not icy. Evidence playing into the Crown's case that Clare Bekkers lost control because of alcohol and cocaine found in her bloodstream.
So to this point in time in the case, I'm satisfied that the Crown has been leading the evidence necessary for the court to make its findings.
With the Crown's case winding down, the defense will have its day in court, where Bekkers' lawyer hopes to prove road conditions were behind the fatal crash.
There's some evidence that there was an entire, almost like a lake of black ice on both sides of the roadway.
The Crown is set to conclude its case on Wednesday, but first the court will hear from a toxicologist, a witness that could tell the court if Clare Bekkers was in fact drunk and high on cocaine at the time of the crash. Scott Cunningham, CTV News, Nanaimo.